Hello and welcome to the March 16th, 2010 video version of InvestEd Central's Chart of the Day. I'm Tom Boley, InvestEd Central's Chief Market Strategist, and it's my pleasure to provide you with today's Chart of the Day. This Chart of the Day is brought to you by StockCharts.com, simply the web's best financial charts. Today we are featuring AHL. This is a $2.2 billion financial company dealing in the insurance industry. AHL, as you can see, over the last few months has been trending along this short-term trend line. Also, if you went back and took a look at a year chart, you would see that this same trend line actually exists going back a year. So this is a pretty significant trend line that it's sitting on right now. And you can see on the recent weakness over the last week or two, we actually came down today, or I should say Monday, put in a tail beneath the 50-day moving average. So that means today's low or Monday's low of 27.22 actually went below the 50-day moving average, which is at 27.36. So we did have potentially a breakdown below the 50-day moving average, but instead we rallied later in the day, came back up, closed above the 50-day, and now I think AHL offers a pretty solid risk to reward entry, or reward to risk, depending on how you look at it. So to the upside, what I'd be looking for is perhaps a move back up to about the 28.70 to 28.75 area to retest the highs in early March. To the downside, you really don't have too much room to give. Perhaps the 27 to 27.25 area in there. You can see that there was gap support here down at about 27.05. So if you close below 27 with increasing volume, that would definitely get our attention and might call for a stop to make sure we minimize losses. You can see the stochastics very oversold on this move down, so this particular momentum oscillator is oversold with a reading at 7. Anything below 20 is oversold. You get down below 10 into the single digits and you're starting to border on very oversold. So I think AHL looks like a good bounce candidate here, and in a market where we continually see stocks trying to break out and stocks that are very stretched to the upside, here's one actually that has pulled back over the last couple weeks about 4 or 5%, giving you an opportunity to perhaps get in at a lower price. So AHL, again, around this price looks pretty good for entry. A close below 27.25 would start to get our attention a little bit. Below 27, especially if volume's picking up, you might want to consider a stop. And to the upside, we'd be looking up here around 28.70 to 28.75. I hope you've enjoyed our presentation today. Be sure to check out our chart of the day every day at investedcentral.com. While you're there, sign up for our free weekly Market Pulse newsletter and have the chart of the day emailed directly to you. Happy trading.